Instead, we have the opportunity to make a habit of empathy, to recognize ourselves in each other.
Yeah, you've talked about the importance of empathy as a progressive value and how democracy is based on that value. And the campaign is using the word democracy. Are you going to be trying to bring the value of empathy into the campaign as well?
It's already there. On our two-pager that we've been distributing for many months, and on the new website, there's a long discussion of it. But let me tell you what it says. The best treatment of democracy I know has been given by a certain writer named, and speechmaker named Barack Obama. Yes. In his speeches in his campaign and in his books, he has said the following: democracy is based on empathy. And I'm sure you have the quote from Anderson Cooper on 360, where Cooper asks him, what is your view of patriotism? And he says, patriotism begins with citizens caring about each other. Okay? And the argument he gives is very simple. That why do we have principles like freedom and fairness for everybody, not just for the powerful? It's because we have empathy. We care about each other. Without empathy, there ain't democracy. You don't have principles of freedom and fairness for everybody. No? That took, what, 15 seconds? That's the argument. What does it mean? We'll take a whole minute for this one. What is the role of government? The role of government is protection and empowerment. Protection is not just military and police and fire departments, which it is, but it's also environmental protection, worker protection, consumer protection, health care, investor protection, all of those things. You know, protection of the food supply, the water supply. And what is empowerment? Empowerment is what enables you to live a reasonable life in the state and enables business to prosper. And empowerment is what enables you to have jobs. For example, roads, public buildings, bridges are all part of empowerment. Having a communication system that works, having a water system that works, a sewage system that works, right? All part of empowerment. Having an educational system, not just K through 12, but also higher education for everybody. That's real empowerment. Okay? What else is empowerment? Empowerment involves being able to have a banking system where you can get safe bank loans that won't balloon up. It means having a stock market that you can depend on, maybe someday. And it means having a judicial system not just for criminal law, but 90% of it is for corporate law, namely for contracts. No business can be sure of its contracts without a judicial system. Okay? Nobody makes any money in this state without protection and empowerment by the government. You can't live a reasonable life here without protection and empowerment by the government. And that's what's important in this country and in this state. If you don't have that, you get to be like the Congo or like Haiti was for a while and various other countries that don't have it, where you can't be sure of any of these things. That's a disaster. And yet, and that's what you pay taxes for. Taxes are what you pay to have protection and empowerment by the government. And anybody who says they are self-made, I did it myself. I made all this money myself. I built this business myself. Yeah. Did you build the roads? You used to have trucks. Did you build those roads? Did you build those bridges? Right? You have sewage systems, water systems. Did you build the sewage lines and get the water? Did you pump it out of a well yourself? You know? You hired educated workers. Did you build those schools? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody makes it on their own. And the more money you make, the more you have used protection and empowerment by the government. That's why you have progressive taxation. But right now, in this state, the top, and this is according, Robert Reich pointed out the statistics from the Department of Commerce, the top 1% in the state owns more property, has more assets than the bottom 95%. And the governor is going around, who's in that top 1%, the governor is going around saying, hey, there's no money in this state. Do you believe there's no money in California?
No.
Guess where it all is?
Big corporations.
You got it, right? Right there. And we have Meg Whitman wanting to run for governor and protect them. So, look, this proposal, the California Democracy Act, is the only thing on the ballot that would bring democracy back, and it will break the back of the conservatives in the legislature. You want populism? This is the real thing. This is the D Party. Yes?